All right, it's watching YouTube.
Sorry, I'm still logging in. If anyone wants to go, they can.
Whereas,
Not
all right,
letting.
we're live streaming to
No.
YouTube.
Okay. I can go if you guys want.
Okay. I'll go after Ava to make sure Nick's ready.
Okay. Okay. So I'll share my screen. Oh, sent a request.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So here is my notebook LM. I had TG2. And so first I'm going to show my mind map. Uh, oh. Oops. Here it is. So mine talks about software, and here if I just click on the arrows, it'll break down each one here. And now I'm gonna go to the study guide, which is here. Here's the study guide. And then I'm also gonna show the briefing doc. So that was this here. And then to talk a little bit about the audio and video overviews, I thought that both of those features were great and very authentic to Notebook LM. I haven't really come across a lot of other um, study platforms that really offer like a video and all over an audio like summary. So I thought that was like really interesting and definitely useful for people who learn better through like audio and videos. I know for me, I do better with like words and like bullet point type of stuff, but I think that those are definitely useful features for people. And as for the interactive mode, I mentioned this in my individual assignment, but I didn't really have access to it. I looked it up and I tried to figure out how to access it and I just couldn't figure it out. So I can't really talk about that. But as for all the other features, I thought they were great. I liked how I could generate multiple choice questions in the chat and probably ask it other questions. I thought that that was a really useful tool, and I'm definitely going to use it when I study because a lot of our test is multiple choice based. And just general takeaways, I think that Notebook LM is a great tool for studying. I haven't heard of it before this class, so I honestly might be using it in the future as it gives you a lot of different features to use for studying. And the only other improvement that I think it could have is the audio and video did take a while to load. So maybe just that. And then also, I couldn't find the interactive mode feature. I know that could just be a me problem, but just those two things for improvements. So I'll stop sharing my screen now.
Okay, so I covered chapter 4 for mine on information security. And then first off, the audio and the study guide. I thought the study guide was the most useful feature for me because I like learning like through like reading instead of like audio and like presentations as some people learn. And also the mind map here, which helps you visualize and see how each concept like connects with each other. And the briefing doc, which kind of gives you a summary on each like thing and helps you like deepen your understanding. And then the video as well. I thought I really liked how it generates the MCQ questions, and I think like I used to use ChatGPT for this in the past, but I think the way that it's able to take the information and give you like the key and everything so fast is like super useful. And also how it's like paired with all this like useful study tools that ChatGPT isn't able to like emulate. And also I did have like the same issue of like the audio taking forever to generate. I accidentally clicked it 3 times and it took forever. And like the video is like still like took a really long time. I wasn't able to find the interactive feature, which is like understandable since it's in like beta, I think. But it could just be like a certain specific MacBook issue or like not using Google because my Mac isn't like capable of even downloading the Notebook LM app in the App Store. So it could just be a specific issue. And the overall takeaways, the features I tried, I think again like the study guide was super useful and the MCQ. I think that goes like hand in hand with how I study. And I think some improvements would be able to make the interactive feature more accessible because it doesn't pop up easily when you click this, like each audio. Maybe it's only accessible when you first generate the audio, which takes a long time initially. And yeah, but overall it's super useful and I'd use it to study.
Wait, I'm gonna screen share. You guys can see, right? Okay, so here we have, I think I made it or no, because I think I put two. The, this is the mind map, yeah. And it has like all these like cool terms and like definitions, which I think is really helpful. And if you click on it, it explains it to you in the chat, which I think that's like my favorite feature. Then you have the blueprint, which is like basically the same thing. I think it made it like twice. Then the study guide, which is just like a good study guide for like any quiz. And you upload your PowerPoint there, and you have uh just like a study guide. It tells you like the definitions here, which is super helpful. And the briefing doc is just like summary, and then like it's like a more in-depth, I feel like, study guide because it goes into detail of like the certain categories, which I think is really good. And what else? I really liked the audio and video overviews because, well, I my interactive mode did work. Like here, I just press interactive and I can speak with the host or whatever of the audio and video overview, and I was able to ask some questions, which I think is personally very helpful. If you're confused, it's like like asking chat because it's like you feel like you're in a classroom where you're being taught something, and the video overview, the same thing. I think it's just cool how it like makes
Hey
images
everyone.
and everything. And also here I'm going to show, I forgot my multiple choice questions, which I like that it has an answer key, and then it also like shows the options there, and it bolds certain things, which is also helpful, like what it's looking for. Um, so my takeaways from this is, well, I've already used Notebook LM, but had never tried out the interactive mode or like the mind map and those things. I would just do the
Map to get
audio
you ready. We're going
overviews.
to start with the big picture,
And
the definition of
wait, I think this. Hey, I would never like use the other features, which now I know to use because they're super helpful. And I just think it's really useful for studying because there's so many tools that you can use that just make it like interactive and more interesting than just reading your notes. And improvements, I think they can improve the time it takes to make the overviews, the audio overviews, because it takes a while. But yeah, that's basically it.
So I'll go ahead and share my screen now. Um, so here's my notebook LM. First I started off by making the mind map. And this is cool because it kind of shows you like different categories you can study and like, you can click on them and go even more in depth about the specifics of each one. Um, then the study guide here. I have the study guide as well as the briefing doc. And this is just really helpful because it's able to analyze the PowerPoint that you put in and put it in a very presentable and easy to learn way. And then the briefing doc here, similar to the study guide, very it simplifies everything, and it's a very useful tool. After that, I did the multiple choice questions here by simply putting in an easy prompt, like give me five multiple choice questions and an answer key. It gives you very specific questions related to the content in the presentation. And this is a great way to practice because our exam is going to be 60 multiple choice questions. We are able to go into this and, develop questions to practice. The audio and video overview here, actually, yeah, right here. And this is cool because you're able to have someone like present the information to you. Um, and if we,
And I know exactly what you're up against
it
today.
sounds like a real person and it feels very personal and like personalized to you. Um, some other features, this is the video overview as well. And you could also make flashcards, which I thought was cool. Um, and some things that I took away, I thought this uh like website was very cool and very helpful. It seems like a great alternative to ChatGPT. And sometimes ChatGPT can be frustrating, but this is kind of like a way where you can have multiple different options, just like one click away. And some things that I think it can improve on are definitely the times to generate the video overview and the audio guide. Personally, it took like 30 minutes each to generate, and I thought that was just way too long and not really realistic if you want to actually use them for a study guide. Um, but overall, I think this was a great app, and I will definitely be using this in the future. So,
All right, perfect. Good to end the recording and the live stream.
yeah.
Okay, bye.